Portable gaming consoles have been around the consumer market since 1979, but Nintendo popularized its portable console in 1989 called Gameboy. Until now, Nintendo has been releasing a new era of portable gaming consoles called Nintendo Switch. However, a major American video game company, Valve, introduced a portable console, namely the Steam Deck. In this video, we'll see if this new competitor will live up to the expectations and beat the long-running Japanese gaming company. Dive in with the modern-day geeks. We talk about gaming, tech, film, and everything under the sun. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all our future videos. Aren't you excited for the Steam Deck? People expected to have their very own Steam Deck by the end of 2021. However, the materials needed ran short, so the manufacturing facilities didn't receive the necessary components on time. Unfortunate. This time though, Valve promises us that the Steam Deck will come before the end of February, assuming there will no longer be any issues, they say. The Nintendo Switch became a household name during its release in 2017. 100% you or someone you know has a Switch in their household. The console's ability to have a local split-screen co-op with your family and friends became the reason why casual gamers preferred it over its older competitors. The hybrid nature made it interesting because you can play it as it is or plug it into your home television using a Switch dock. Now, let's move on to the comparison. You can choose from 3 versions of the Steam Deck. The base unit has 64GB capacity costing $399. The mid unit has a faster SSD storage with 256GB capacity, along with an exclusive Steam Community Profile bundle. The top of the line has a 512GB SSD costing around $649. All versions include a microSD for additional storage capacity. You can reserve your unit by simply logging into your Steam account. Currently, you can choose from 3 versions of the Switch. The original Switch costs around $299. It has 32GB storage, a 6.2-inch touchscreen, detachable Joy-Cons, and a docking feature. The Switch OLED model costs around $349. It has the features that the base unit has, but with a bigger 7-inch OLED touchscreen and a 64GB capacity. Users can expand their capacity using a microSD card. You can have around 5 to 9 hours of playtime, depending on the games you play. If you think the Switch is still expensive for you, the Nintendo Switch Lite version is your perfect choice because it only costs around $199. The capacity is similar to the base version at 32GB. However, it doesn't have the detachable Joy-Con controllers, and it cannot be docked to your home television. It also has a smaller body and a smaller 5.5-inch touchscreen. Although most games are compatible with the Lite version, games that don't support handheld mode will require you to buy a separate Joy-Con controller along with its Joy-Con charging grip in order to play it. You have 5 pretty colors to choose from. Feel free to pick the one that fits your style the most. For this round, although the Steam Deck gives you options in terms of capacity and speed, the presence of the Switch Lite gives you the selections that would fit your playstyle, budget, and personal preference. Let's give this point for the Switch. We've known Nintendo for Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, and Mario games, so it isn't a surprise if these are some of the best-selling games for Switch. Mario Kart 8, Pokemon Arceus, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Smash Bros. Are among the most played games in Switch. Animal Crossing New Horizons gets second place for the best-selling Switch game ever, even though it is not coming from a famous franchise. Currently, you have 4,000 games to choose from. Steam, an infamous video game digital distributor on PCs, has around 50,000 games. However, there are only 236 ready-to-play Steam Deck games at the moment, including Battlefield, Dark Souls, Death Stranding, Dishonored, Horizon Zero Dawn, and more. Once the Steam Deck is released, the list of playable games will surely increase to thousands as users test multiple games. This round, let's share the points for both the Steam Deck and Switch. But before continuing, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, so going back to the comparison, we talked about the price for both consoles. How about their games? While Switch is the cheaper console, considering the price of games would make things a little more complicated. Switch games are priced at around $20 to $60 each. For instance, Animal Crossing and Pokemon Arceus cost around $60 each. On the other hand, the Steam Store usually gives discounts during certain events such as Christmas, Easter, winter, Halloween, and Black Friday. For instance, the game Don't Starve Together costs around $2.50 during sale, and Witcher 3 Wild Hunt went as low as $5. In this round, Steam Deck wins by a huge margin. The most interesting feature of the Steam Deck is the power to bring your Steam games anywhere. This means your favorite games on your desktop computer can be continued on your Steam Deck exactly where you left them. So you don't have to start over the entire storyline of Witcher 3. As of the end of 2021, the Nintendo Switch is the 5th best-selling game console in the history of gaming in just 4 years after release. It falls just below the PlayStation 4, Game Boy, Nintendo DS, and the best-selling console of all time, the PlayStation 2. Who's the winner? Well, both the Switch and Steam Deck are obviously portable devices, but their integration to another home device makes them different. The Switch can be docked to your home television so you can play it on a bigger screen with family and friends like a normal home console, not to mention any place you want too. Meanwhile, Steam Deck's biggest flex is that it syncs with all your Steam games on your gaming PC or gaming laptop, including the saved game data. It's as if you're literally bringing your gaming rig without actually bringing it with you. Pretty convenient, huh? As of the moment, people from the US, Canada, European Union, and the UK are the only ones who can reserve a Steam Deck. Otherwise, you have to wait for some time before you can buy a Steam Deck. No clear winner here. If you're a player who likes playing with your family and friends, then Switch is suitable. If you're a gamer who usually plays on a gaming computer whenever you have the chance, the Steam Deck might be your thing. What do you think? Which would you prefer? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know what topics you want us to talk about next. Oh, and wait, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. We're the Modern Day Geeks, and we'll see you in the next video.